Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Welcome to Another Sil'dihn Subterrane, something I never thought I would do, but here we are. I've had the group going for this for a while, and this is also post-commentary. So a couple of things to note here. I am on Dancer. I've been the ranged person in the group. Been on Machinist on my main, so I'm Dancer here because I don't have Machinist here. So please don't judge how I play Dancer. I don't claim to be a Dancer professional. Machinist is the main job I've learned aside along with one. And yeah, since it is post-commentary, there has been some editing. I have the clears for each fight. It's gonna be a little weird to actually describe that. The clears for each fight, and then the wipes after that fight. But it's a little weird. So anyways, we're gonna start off with some trash pulls. There are 4 sets of trash, kind of 3, but you've got the Belladonna, a Kaluk, and then 2 sets of trash off on the side. We usually try and do this Belladonna first because it's actually practice for Savage, but we don't usually try and pull this Kaluk alongside it. That just happens because we're chilling up here. The Belladonna has an in-out and a look-away, also a tank buster. The Kaluk has a 225 degree, either right or left, and then a frontal cone. If you're wanting to practice for Savage, do not be hit by these. So, next up after the Kaluk and the Belladonna, we're gonna go for this Dryad, which is the group to the right. I think we do this because we're practicing for Savage as well. And it's just easier because it's a little bit closer to go this way. You can go either way, but we go here first. Anyways, the Dryad has a big out in that Arboreal Storm, and the little Ogguns have a pointed AoE. The Dryad also has Acorn Bomb, which he'll do as a pointed, so you want to just avoid all of this. It's just a lot of avoiding, and, you know, killing the bad and not being hit by Arboreal Storm, because if you're in Savage, again, sorry, I'm gonna reference Savage a lot because we are practicing for Savage. We are trying to do it as of my, recording of this. Yeah, do not want to be hit by that stuff. It hurts, even in this and normal here, like normal Criterion. Anyways, there's a Dumbara. So he'll either do front, left, or right. Front, you want to just get behind them. Left or right, you can kind of just chill in front, but you want to watch for the little Zappos. I'm on this full screen rewatching this. I don't remember their names, but just want to watch for their AoEs. Watch for the front, left or right. Again, left or right, just be in front. It's fine. You don't have to do anything weird. And then, if it's front, just get behind. So as we wrap up this Uzambara pull, you'll notice this mention, very action use replenished. There is a limit. You only get raise in Criterion. Every single person has a single raise. It's replenished at the end of each group. So the trash pull, the boss, trash pull, boss, boss. At the end of each of these, you get that replenished. So you have 4 raises. Anyway, welcome to Silkie. We don't really use these wave arcs, other than our C, precious C. They're just here, but we don't really use them. Anyways, first thing Silkie's gonna do is this soap up with a yellow tail. This is, she's gonna hit inter cardinals with that, to just be cardinals. And then it's gonna follow up with this knockback. Just pop your anti-knockback. Anyways, another soaps up to follow, and then she's gonna turn on a Great Tail, and then do Squeaky Clean. You'll remember this from normal. She'll do the little swirl, dash, and whatever. Just be on the side that she turns to first. Go to the one that's gonna go off first, and whoever has the staff, which happens to be me, this is the clear pull, happens to be me. You want to be at the front, but you want to be jumping or moving while you're doing this because she's following up with this blue attack. Yeah, so you just need to make sure you're moving as she does that little cross attack because it's going to be a freeze, jump, or just move back and forth. If you're the back of the stack, just jump. That's going to turn that puff blue. Get over to the other green puff. Get under it. Silkie's going to do that tank buster, which makes her jump. And then puff will go off, and a total wash AoE. So mitigate, mitigate, mitigate. Mitigate enough, you take no damage. After that AoE, she's either going to do a blue or a green puff. This is going to determine how you solve this mechanic. If she does a green puff, you have to do this weird pattern. The blues kind of need to go in the same direction as the yellows, and then you need to get under her. The yellows will go straight out to the wall, the blues follow in that same direction. If it's a blue, you just take it out. If whether or not it's inner cards or cards. If it's inner cards on yellow, blah, 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 blah. I'll describe more of that mechanic later. After that mechanic, she's either going to do a green or a yellow tail. It's going to be alongside that stack. Yellow tail, after it resolves, you need to get to your quadrants, so you'll need to have a time these, and she'll do a point blank thing. If there's two people too close, boom, they both explode. If it's green, just stack up, and then when she jumps, don't move. She does the AoE under her. Following that, she's gonna summon these little ewers from the sky. Get into the lane that is safe. So in particular this one, we had this yellow and green. Get under the green. If it's yellow, you want to go north or south of it. There is a little tiny spot in between them. If it's the lane that we were in, there's a tiny beam spot on the right, but we won't talk about that. If it's blue, yellow, it's east-west. Anyways, there was another tank buster, and then this healer stack. Why did I not move? Oh, I got frozen, I think. I think something went wonky. Oh, I know what happened here. I didn't move because my headset died. Yeah, so it does that stack is on, that stack's on the healer. The healer wants to pull it out. You want to be moving again, which I wasn't because I was distracted by headset. And again, I'm dying because I tried to, get my headset on. Anyways, yeah, after that healer stack, the tank wants to pull her to a safe spot so that you're not going to get smacked by all those blue crosses. There was another knockback there, and she's going to pull out a green tail again along with these 4 blue puffs. You want to get ready to get in line for your puff, and I just wait for someone to call it out here, and I also move wrong there. It's fine. You can eat one. You don't want those to go too close to each other, but you want to get them so that they're not going to get hit by that green, because ow, damage down. This was such a scuffed pull. It's fine. Following that, we've got another total wash. There was another total wash I missed in there somewhere, but those are always just going to be mitigate, mitigate, mitigate. Pop that melee LB if you have a melee. If you've got range, just go. And we're going to get to see Green Tail with this stack. So again, just be under her. And I think this was the clear pull, right? We've got, oh, right, yeah, we've got the blue tail. I actually probably should have gone out a lot more here. I realized that, like, oh no, I just dragged her. She's at an awkward angle. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, this is the clear pull. We good. So after she does that second stack, it's a total wash in rage. We were pushing in rage here because, it was so scuffed. I believe my headset dying. Anyways, welcome to the wipes. So as we watch the wipes, let's talk this mechanic, apparently. Okay, I did not go at an angle. That's a little wonky. Oh, I did go at an angle there. Yeah, this is not how you resolve green, for the record. That is very much not how you resolve green. Yeah, I own up to that one. That was me. There's just gonna be a very... It's apparently we wiped here a lot. This is a blue. This should be the easy one, and I think we just messed up positioning for these yellows. We've kind of learned better on where the positions are. I'm just directly in that. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was also a blue that was in a kind of screwy location there, it looks like. Yeah, so you can kind of see how if you just don't place those puffs, I don't know how to describe the placement. We have a cheat sheet. I'll try and toss the cheat sheet up on how to do that. But, yeah. Anyways, moving on from Silkie, we have the second and last trash pack coming up. So this one is weird. It's 2 sets of 2 enemies, or 4 enemies pathing around, but you don't want to pull them all at once. So we've discovered that if you go in here pretty soon after you've killed Silkie, this armor is in a perfect spot to pull it alone, and as long as you DPS it down, you'll have it dead before the next enemy comes pathing around. Now these guys path around in a rectangle. Anyways, the armor will always open up with a drop you down to 1 HP, it's room wide, AoE, and then we'll do a AoE followed into a cone. The easiest way to dodge that cone is just be under it. The dull hand, as you just saw came around that corner, opens up with an AoE that has a bleed. Are you seeing why you don't want to pull them together? One has a bleed as its first move, the other has a drop you with a 1 HP as its first move. Anyways, dull hands will also have a AoE around it we want to get out for. Again, you just don't want to get hit by it. And then he will use King's Will, which makes him do more damage on his auto attacks. So we pull back to this corner because it's the way that those first 2 we pulled will path into. These last 2 are pathing on a different rectangle in this room, but we still kind of just hide back here so we don't pull that out of our dull hand. And it's just going to be the same thing over again. That AoE into this Infernal Weight AoE, or the Hell's Nebula into Infernal Weight, and he does this cone, just if the easiest way, right under him, and then just move out. Or P-range privilege if you've got the space. Just saying. And then again, the last one is gonna be this Dullahan. We have spent so much time in this room figuring it out. It was an adventure. Oh yeah, just a small little note. If you want to heal and not get hit by that get out AoE on the Dullahan. Mainly you don't want to get hit by it because this happens. Don't worry, if you wipe on the ads, in normal, they don't respawn. Savage again, different beast. the second and last set of ads taken care of, our next boss is gonna be the Gladiator of Sil'dih. Again, we don't really use the waymarks, we kind of just have them because they're waymarks. Also, I'm trying to move my focus target so I can have it in a better location. Gladiator. Ooh, Gladiator. Gladiator is gonna open up with a, wait for it, Raid Blade! Shocker, right? I mean, Silkie did it. Let's be fair here. Silkie did not open with a Raid Blade. And then he is gonna follow up with summoning the Spectres of Might. Now, these Spectres of Might are gonna come out, and you might remember them from regular Sil'dih. So, they're going to glow either 1 to 3 times. You need to look at them and figure out from how many times they glowed where you need to go. So that left one glowed once, so we knew it was right on that first line. The other one glowed 3 times. If you see it, if you don't see it go that big yellow like that on the first time, or the second time I should say, then you know it's going to be 3. So you can just go with a 3. What I do is if I see a 1, I go to that middle bit, and then when I see the 3, or if I see the 2 or 3, I move from there. There's also 2 and 3, which is just a weird pattern to describe. You have to just find the safe spot. I'm sorry. Anyways, following the Spectres of Might, there's a wild charge style line attack on the healers, meaning the tank needs to be up front, but everyone wants to stack in there. You can do 3, it's just a little bit painful. Then there's a tank buster. No, tank buster. And then we're gonna get Curse of the Fallen. Curse of the Fallen is gonna put debuffs on all 4 party members. 1 person is going to get a stack, 1 is gonna get a singular thing. 1's gonna go off first, and then there's also a spread. So for this particular alignment, we had the stack first, followed by the spread. 1 person is just going to be off on their own because they have a really dangerous puddle that's going to go off underneath them. Alright, this was a super stuff pull as well. Sorry, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since we actually did this run from when I'm recording this on commentary. But yeah, so if it's stack first, you want to stack together. If it's spread first, then you want to make sure you have a point. So we call opposite whoever has the not, who has the dangerous. We're just calling that, and we just spread out after or whatever. Or go together. Anyways, they're going to summon these heads. I forgot what it's called. And then each person is going to want their own quadrant. And they are each going to get their own personal AoE. Yeah, just kind of stay. 1 person will have the spot that's melee upside, so if you really care about melee upside, you can do swapping. But anyways, another Raid Blade, and he's going to resummon these heads, but this time he is putting debuffs on this. There's going to be a 1 and 1, and then 2 gold, 2 silver. You want to get hit by the opposite of whatever it is you have. You do want to kind of communicate if you're the 1 and 1s and you find the same safe spot. That, like, okay, I'm going north, you go south, or I'll go towards the boss, you go away from the boss. So, you know, it's a thing. Anyways, there was another AoE, and then we're gonna get these chains alongside what are known as the Shiva circles. Since I'm always ranged, I will just look in my direction. I will start going straight, and depending on what way it's moving, there is always 1 corner safe first. Yeah, I just go to that corner, break my chain, run back in. I don't use my movement skills because I'm a machinist normally. We don't have movement skills. And during all this, we also got these debuffs of 1 and a 2. Whoever has the 1 explodes first in a big defamation type thing. Whoever has the 2s takes the towers. If it's 2 people from the same side normally, what we're doing is we're calling a DPS swap. So 2 DPS swap side. So I go up to the melee spot, the melee goes down to the range spot. just so that, you know, you can have everyone in the right corner. The deformations are big. You can do the corner or whatever. Anyways, we've got Spectre of Might again. We get to see a 2 and 3 spot here. So just run back through. This is such a scuffed run. I forgot how scuffed this run was. And again, so this is 1 and 3. You know it's a 3 because he didn't glow yellow on that second bit. Just run back through. We're popping that melee LB. There's another healer stack here, wild charge type stack, I guess is what people call it. The tank up front. I think there's another tank buster? Nope, we're just going to a Flash of Steel. This is just a normal one. Into another Flash of Steel in Rage. And that's basically Gladiator, explained badly. You're welcome. And that brings us to Zeless Gah. Note there was no white videos for Gladiator. That was the first one on it. Zeless Gah. I've noted, I said at the start, that it's a little weird. It's because we had to re-instance to clear Zeless Gah. So welcome to the white videos for Zeless Gah. The first instance, and we were also trying to practice properly doing the last mechanic. We'll get into that more when we get to Zeless Gah. Just enjoy zero context Zeless Gah wiping. Also, small pro tip, maybe don't provoke the tank in regards to tanking, because they just might shirk you and make you tank on Reaper. You know. Also, because I'm pretty sure they're going to watch this, scales or lizard hair. Also, praise be to Waymark C. It's a great gathering flame. It's also a great waymark. So anyways, welcome to Another Sil'dihn Subterrane. Let me introduce you to a Belladonna. This is what we're going to pull here first in the ads at the start, the trash packs. It's going to have a donut AoE you want to be in, and it also has a look away, but we're not going to see that. There's also a tank buster. We're also not going to see that. Don't worry about it. Oh, no, here. There's that tank buster. Girafinator. After the Belladonna, we're going to go ahead and pull this ancient aqueduct, not ancient, aqueduct Kaluk. Remember, I am on a... why am I saying remember? This is the first time. I'm on a small screen reading this. I can't read it well. Aqueduct Kaluk, it has a left sweep, a right sweep. They're like 225 degrees or something like that. And then it does a creeping ivy front thing. Don't be up front. It hurts. Especially if you're in Savage. It's really painful in Savage, actually. Anyways, we're not talking Savage. We're talking Another Sil'dihn Subterrane. Not Another Sil'dihn Subterrane, Savage. After the Kaluk, we're gonna hop on over this Aqueduct Dread and the Aqueduct Ogcon. Aqueduct Dread has a annoying arboreal storm. You want to get out for this, it really hurts. The Ogcon have targeted AoEs. They also hurt. The Dryad also has a targeted AoE. It also hurts. Just don't get hit by things. That's usually a good strategy. Just don't get hit. After the Dryad, we're gonna head over to Udambara and his little Sapria friend. Has a honey front and why am I saying not? Oh, whatever. Has a honey front and the little guys has some AoEs as well. You want to dodge everything. As you can see, it hurts to get hit by stuff. Don't get hit by stuff. It's good for your health. You can also do that. You can also do this honey left and honey right. Just be in front for those and then take care of the Saprias. And your variant action uses will replenish at the end of this. It replenishes at the end of each trash pack, or the full trash pack, and at the end of each boss. And as we walk into Silkie here, let's talk Silkie. Silkie is going to open up with a Soaps Up, which is going to be a yellow tail. If you see yellow tail, it's going to hit an intercardinal. So it's Fizzling Suds. Sorry, I'm thinking the wrong attack. Fizzling Suds. It's going to be, it attack the inner cardinals, and then you want to be in the cardinals. Soaps Up's the actual attack name. See, I knew I wasn't making things up. And then, this Dust Bluster, just hit your arm's length or Shadowcast so you don't get knocked back. It's a little annoying, not the end of the world. It's okay. It's going to do this fresh flux. And it's going to cull down these little guys. And it's going to pull out the green tail and then do swing, swing, and then something on one of the directions. Just, look for whatever one is going to go off first. So in this case, we've got Southeast going off first. Aha. And it's going to put the thing on somebody else. I don't think it actually ever targets the tank. I don't know if I've ever seen all the tanks. Now I think about it. Just make sure you're moving during that so you're not frozen. And because it does a little cross type thing. And then head over to that other green puff as a pink buster, carpet buster, goes off. That green puff is going to go off. Again, make sure you're under it. Having Silkie right on top of it really helps because it means you don't get hit and you're still hitting Silkie, especially if you're on melee. Melee uptime is good. There's going to be a total watch, raid blood, AoE, just mitigate. It doesn't bleed if it breaks through the mitigation. And then we're gonna do another fresh puff. It's either gonna be a blue tail, green tail, don't ask me to describe it. There's a cheat sheet, we follow the cheat sheet. This is an inner cardinals. So, with green and inner cardinals, I want to take this up, because I think that's where the yellow is going. And then, it's weird. You like want to take it to the walls in a weird direction. You just want to make sure that the center is safe when it's green. It's a lot easier with blue. Trust me, it's easier with blue. Anyways, she's either going to do a green or a yellow tail if it's green. Make sure you get knocked back in an air card to get more room. And also, we'll do that donut AoE if it's yellow. Just get knocked back and then go into your cardinals. Assign these before the fight. We assign these. We've been doing this for a while now. There's another total wash. Mitigate it. It's fine. And we're going to pull out Fresh Puff. Once again, it's going to pull out this line of 8. 2 lines of 4, 8 puffs. We want to watch for the ewers to come out. And because it's the right side is safe, we want to go into the green. Now, where you go depends on what side is safe. If it was that next one over, we will go east-west of the yellow, because 2 yellows next to each other. It's north-south of it or in between it. And if there's a weird safe spot, if it's one of those like other rows, just saying. If it's yellow, blue, east-west, otherwise north-south, it's one of those things you learn. Anyway, there was a tank buster, and we're doing it slippery, so this will be targeted on the healer. Just make sure you're moving before it goes off. Jumping or just moving like I do, because being P-range privilege, I can just move. And then it's gonna dash, do that freezing bit. You don't want to get hit by freezing and all that. And we're gonna do another bracing suds with the green tail. This is why a tank wants to drag it all the way over to a safe spot. The safe spot is gonna depend on which column was safe. Just want to make sure you don't get hit by all those blues. We have that knockback dust luster coming back up. Again, just short cast, arm's length, whichever you want to do. And she is going to green tail and pull out 4 little fresh puffs. You want to be ready for it. Melee up time if you need to. And look for the one that's you. Have someone who's actually looking at the boss call it out, because it's just like the same first one there. If those puffs touch, it explodes, wiping you. So you get back under Silkie, and make sure you're not in line for the blue. And that green goes off, total wash. Our lemon braces came up, but we are going to go ahead and beat Silkie there. Nice and easy. As we head into the next ad room here, we found that they go in a nice little pattern that if you come in pretty soon after you beat up Silkie, they're in a nice spot where you can just pull this armor right away and pull it off to the side, and you have time before the other one passes around. These paths in rectangular patterns, and yeah, you just want to make sure you beat this armor. It does a Hell's Nebula, drop you to 1 HP, then it does that AoE, which just does damage plus weight, and then a cone. You can either use P-range privilege, or you just be under it and just move out of the direction it's pointing. The Dullahan will open up with a AoE that does a bleed. This is why you do not want to pull them together. One has an AoE with a bleed, one drops you to 1 HP. You can, if your healer is on the ball, you can heal out of it. If you don't want to do it, just don't do it. Just pull them separately. It's possible to do. Anyways, Light of Glue is a big AoE. Go out when you see it start to cast. King's Will is going to make it do like super autos. They just hurt. Just kill it. Just kill it. And eventually it'll just start looping at that same pattern. That's what they all do. They eventually start looping if you don't kill in time. Just kill them. Easy enough. This bleed only ticks every 3 seconds because of something with how server ticks works. So once you see you've hit 3 seconds, just go grab that next armor. And we are just going to repeat it all over again. We should be good on time to kill this armor before the Dullahan shows up. Alright, as we head into Gladiator here, Gladiator is going to open up with dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, a raid wide AoE, Flash of Steel. Okay, we'll give Silkie some credit. She didn't open it up with a raid wide. Some enemies don't do it. After that Flash of Steel, he is going to summon Specters of Might, and you are going to want to just have your camera at it, or, you know, be on voice and have someone call it out. And you are going to want to watch them. So, that left one glowed yellow, so that means it's going to be on that first line. And that because that right one didn't glow yellow until the last one is on the third line. So it's going to go off, run through, and yeah, we have to repeat it a second time on the other side of the room. So this time the right one glowed yellow first, but the left one glowed yellow on the third one. So, I mean, we're just doing the same thing essentially, except, yeah, on the other side of the room. Anyways, it's gonna do the Sculptor's Passion. It is a line attack targeting the healer. Tank wants to be out front. It's a wild charge, so just be stacked up. This is gonna be followed up by a Mighty Smite Tank Buster. Following a Tank Buster, after a little bit of time, he is going to cast Curse of the Fallen. It's going to put debuffs on all 4 party members. So for instance, I have a blue one and a purple one. The blue one's going to go off first, but this means I have a scary, scary AoE that target on me. Everyone else will want to stack up. And also during all this, he's doing his little circly thing. The other one is a spread. Just make sure you spread. Don't stack with the blue one. Anyways, there's that Flash of Steel AoE, and we are going to summon out the gather the host, Faithful Visage. Just be in your little quarters, and these faces are going to do the glowing big attacks. Don't worry about the color just yet. Just dodge them. Don't be hit by the attack. And dodge the checkerboard on the floor. And are you ready to do that all over again after a Flash of Steel? So I hope you're ready to do that all over again. And this time, actually pay attention to those colors once he goes into it. Here's that Curse of Visage. This time, we are all going to get debuffs. So I have a one of each color. We want to look for to be hit by one of each color. If you've got 2 gold, you want to get hit by 2 silver. If you've got 2 silver, you want to get hit by 2 gold. Otherwise, it's a 1 and 1. 2 people have 1 and 1. One each will have the gold and silver. If you have 2 people in the same section, just make sure you communicate where you're going so you don't nail each other with that single target bit. Anyways, there was another Flash of Steel, and we are going to want to stack up in the middle because we have chains incoming. So Curse of the Monument is a whole bunch of stuff going on, but we're going to focus on what I'm doing here on the range. So we're going to watch these Shiva circles go out. I just go straight and look for whatever side is going to be not safe and then go opposite that, or I just look for whatever side is going to be safe. It's only 2 patterns. And also during that, you get these little debuffs that are a 1 or a 2. If you have a 2, you want to get in a tower. If you have a 1, you want to be out because it's a big, full deformation. And whoever has 2 will explode after that. If you have 2 people on the same side with one of those deformations, just have the DPS swap. Easy enough. Yes, there was another Flash of Steel, and we are going to go back into Spectre of Might. We've seen this before. We know how to do it. Just watch for the things. If it's 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, just learn the spots. There's never 2 and 2. I don't think I've ever seen 2 and 2. Right, let's talk Shadowcaster Zeless Gah. Welcome to the final boss of Another Sil'dihn Subterrane. He is going to open up with Wait for it! Wait for it! Shallow strength, which is a raid wide AoE. Let's go! And then he is going to summon these little portal lines. The Infern Brand. Infern Brand 1. There's going to be 2 of these on each side. So melee, tank on one side, range, healer on the other. They are going to rotate. How they rotate depends on where you move. I don't know how to describe all the different rotations. I just kind of know how they rotate. I put myself in a way so I know if they are like showing certain ways that, okay, it's going to be that way. Anyways, he's then going to jump on 2 party members. The other 2 who did not get hit need to protect those 2 party members. If 3 got hit, well, I hope your tank knows how to use their invulnerability button. Or you just wait. Because also there's a big knockback if you get hit and you weren't the target. After that, we have a total tank buster. And the tank will probably want to drag him back into the middle because we're going into Infern Brand 2. For Infern Brand 2, you're going to see these lines up here and portals. How you move here is going to depend on what number you get and what number you get really. And then after that, what side you want to go. So for this one, it is red, orange first. Because I had the 4, I wanted to go last. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go out of order, you get stunned. He's then going to do cast a shadow, and that's going to do some tonals. It's okay if a person dies as long as they get their line there and they're not hit by one of the things, or if they get hit, you wipe the entire party. Yeah. There's a lot of things away from party. Anyways, the other side will go off. There will be another tank buster after you run the safety. If you don't run the safety, you wipe. Another shout up strength, and get ready for dun 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 dun. Come on, buddy. Infern Brand 3, or as we now call it, Oob. Infern Brand 3. 2 people are going to be orange. 2 people are going to be blue. 2 are going to be pointing east. 2 are going to be pointing west. The east want to be on the inside. The west want to be on the outside. You want to look for the one that's going to rotate in. So I here am a blue rotating or going east. So I want to be on the inside, and I want to look for this one that's rotating in like that. And you sprint if you need to. Get to your spots. These are the spots that are, I think they were like the JP markers or something. They just give you a good spot to go to that let you eat your tonal. There's going to be another Fire Steel Fracture tank buster. It's a lot more complicated for the Oob Infern Brand, but that's the fastest way I can describe it. Anyways, Infern Brand 4. Portals. Or windows. 3 lines are going to appear along with these windows. You want to look how they rotate, and then get to the safe one. So if that middle one is not starting on the middle line, you know the middle's unsafe. That's the easy one to call. Otherwise, if the others rotate right or left, and then adjust accordingly into the lanes. You can see that there's 4 lanes on the ground. Again, we've done this. He does the jumps, protect your party member, and Infern Brand 5. There are 2 ways to do this. I believe we're going to do the cheese method. Oh yeah, there was a show strength in there. I believe we do the cheese method here. The cheese method is you go into your corners that you had from Gladiator and ignore the mechanic. To do the mechanic, you are looking back at how you did Infern Brand 2 combined with how you did Infern Brand 3. So here, this west one is going off first. You see 1, 2. Whoever's 3, 4 want to be north-south of that brand. So you pop 1, then you pop 2. And then the brand goes off. Quickly pop 3, 4. Whoever is 1, 2 eats the next one that's going off. After that, there's going to be puddles that appear, which are these puddles. Dodge these puddles, and after those puddles go off, like immediately, whoever is 1 needs to be popping 1, and then 2, and then 3 and 4 need to, so that whatchamacallit, that next one. And then they need to immediately go and, pop the last 2 tethers. And then 1-2 need to zoom over. Also, however, between the 1-2 popping and 3-4 popping on that second time around, there's a cast shadow in there. So it's a lot of dodging. It's actually a tough mechanic, but you need to learn it if you want to do Savage. So, welcome to some more wipes. There were some more wipes because, you know. But now, you have context for what this fight actually is. It's a fight. It certainly is a fight. And that's what happens if you pop one out of order or in the wrong order. Or you get hit by something. This is just more... Oh, this is what happens if you mess up this mechanic. Cool! Yeah, so... That's Zeless Gah. That's Another Sil'dihn Subterrane. We're gonna go into showing some Savage, unlocking and showing a little bit of Savage after this. Again, we are still progging Savage. Like, our group is still progging Savage. We have not cleared Savage. So, there's going to be wipes. I am just gonna show mainly a bunch of unedited wipes. I'll just let them go. Everything I've said is pretty much how this goes. Oh, this is what happens when a non-tank takes a tank buster, by the way. Everything I've said is how it goes for Savage. Like, you just have to get good. Literally, Savages get good. So, all the commentary applies to Savage. Okay, this is not weird audio at all. This is actual live commentary right now. We're doing the unlock scene, and then we're going back to post commentary. Pretty, how fare your adventures? You wouldn't happen to have any you'd like to share, would you? A novelization of the Sil'dihn Subterrane. So inspired was I by the retelling of your subterranean adventure that I snatched up a quill and penned an entire draft in one sitting. Picture labyrinthine tunnels wind beneath Wilda's golden streets, fearsome foes aplenty to menace our courageous hero. A daring desert saga packed with action from cover to cover. I wonder, would you do me the honor of being the first to read it? After all, your expert opinion is the only one I care to hear. Though you only intend to skim a few pages, Osmond's surprisingly well-crafted story draws you in with its evocative descriptions and breathtaking pace. Another Sil'dihn Subterrane Savage is now accessible. So I'm actually just gonna let Savage just run here. I'm not gonna post commentate it. It, like I was saying, is essentially the same thing as normal, just dialed up. Just, you do not want to get hit, you get hit, you die. The biggest gimmick in Savage is there are no raises. There's no variant actions. If you die, it's a wipe. If one person dies, it's a wipe. It is literally just get good. So, pretty much everything I said before applies. There is more heavy mitt. There is one note I would like to make on the Belladonna, actually. As we go into this, in that the Belladonna's tank buster does so much damage, you have to use your invulnerability ability, because you will just die if you don't. And then you need to time it so that the hits afterwards don't kill you. So you need to use it late enough into the cast, and your healer also just needs to be on the ball, because these hit hard. You can just see our tank here, Aaliyah's HP bar, just like there's just chunks taken out every single time. So that, I think, is one of the main notes. Silkie, from what we found so far, is not harder. It's just these ads just hit like Mack trucks, basically. So, yeah. Welcome to Savage. Enjoy the ride. Again, this is Prog. This is not clear. I am just showing you what this Prog looks like, what we're looking at right now. This was literally just like, hey, why don't we go to Savage? Hey, why don't we Prog it? So, enjoy the ride, and I'll talk to you all at the end. So, thank you for watching. A huge shout out to my team, Pico, Oleg, and Kat. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for letting me come in on Arya as dancer instead of just bringing Riddy up Mashitas, where I just do more damage because I'm just better at Mashitas. Even Mashitas needs help. And he needs help. Yeah. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and a little look into Savage Prog and also just the Criterion in general. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Maybe eventually we'll get Rock on and Allo in here some year. If you really enjoyed the video, consider checking out the description below, various links, social media, Discord, some affiliate links, etc. Come hang out on Discord, get notifications there for new videos. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Thank you again, huge shout outs to my team for Criterion. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!